So I'm sure you're used to using Jira and having test cases that need to be executed against a Jira issue. Using Vansah, we all may be aware that there could be a story that would have hundreds, maybe even 15 to 20 test cases that are part of the Jira issue. So if you're looking at testing the test cases against the Jira issue in Vansah, previously you were provided with a feature that would allow you to search test cases based on a specific result, assignee, priority, and type. We all may have seen that and experienced it. So as an example, we could search for test cases that have not been tested, and in the selection of untested, now our filter will return all test cases that are part of the particular Jira story that need to still be tested. By having that filter selected, it just allows it to be much easier to sort of run your tests and keep filtering and sort of and reducing the test cases based on what hasn't been tested. What we've introduced recently has been the ability to now save filters, which are now similar to how Jira works, where you could create a search filter and save that filter and make it public or keep it private for yourself. But the great thing is these filters are visible across your project for any Jira issue. So if you want to plan your work and work in a more streamlined fashion, you can save filters, and as soon as you open up a Jira issue, you could load that filter. So let's have a quick look at how that works. So as soon as you've selected a filter, we now have the ability to select and type the filter name, give the filter a description, all test cases which are not tested, for example, and click save. Now, as you can see here, what you may be familiar with Jira filters is that by default it's private. If we wish to make that public for anyone to be able to run that filter, you can set that as private by selecting it. We'll keep it as public, I should say. We'll keep it as private for now. Click on save. So here we go. We now have a filter which will appear over here as a description. We could set that as starred. So now any other filters that you've created will appear under the show all filters, but anything that you would like to see at the top of the list to make it easy for you, you could click on the starred option there, and that's sort of like what you may have used to using Jira filters. Just basically organizes the filters that you most commonly want to use and select to make it easy for you. So right now, if we remove this filter so we can sort of see how it works, as you can see, these are all the test cases that are part of this Jira story. And we obviously know that as I was explaining, we can now select the filter for the test cases untested, and it automatically loads the test cases at that particular point in time that are untested. So seeing that in action now, we can see we have test case 3377. Let's say go ahead and execute this, set it as passed. We're doing a quick test here. By refreshing now, you can see that that test case is no longer visible, and because we have a filter that is set as for untested test cases. So selecting that again will also run that filter again. So that's how straightforward it is now for you to create filters based on different properties that you may set. Let's go ahead and do a different example. So if we select priority, and we wish to set the priority for only high priority test cases, assuming that we're looking at testing based on the risk-based approach, focusing on all the high priority cases first. So we could go ahead, either update that filter that we had, or we could clear that, cancel that, and now save a new filter. So we can say high priority untested cases. A description that may help focus on risk-based high priority cases. Just to give someone a bit more info about what that is. We're going to go ahead and set that as public, and we click save. Right, so now as you can see, all the high priority cases will be returned. So clear this here. We're back to our original view from within the Jira issue screen. We can go to Vansah, we can see our test cases. Now we wish to run the filter which we have configured, high priority untested cases. So let's have a look. We have 2 medium priority cases that have been tested. So maybe let's test this out and see how it works. Let's set this to medium, which hasn't been tested as well. It's 3376. So if we were to run this high priority test cases untested, we should see that this test case will not appear, which is 3376. There we go. These are our high priority test cases. Simple as that. Hopefully that has given you a bit more understanding of how it can benefit you to save your filters, and which are visible across any Jira issues that you may have. So let's open up issue 118 from Jira. We will have test cases in this against this issue as well, and we can see that our filters now appear again. That's all it is. These are all our test cases that need to be executed, that haven't been tested, that are of the high priority. So give it a go. Filters can be edited as well. If you click on the filter there, and you can delete this. You can also delete the test case. Delete the filter and remove that filter. Now we only have one. We can update the filter details, set it as private. Because I'm the creator of this filter, it allows me to set it as private. Anyone else that can see public filters, because you've set it as public, will not be able to delete or set it as private, because they're not the author or creator of that filter. Give us your feedback. I'd love to hear your comments below. It'll be great. Like, share and subscribe. This will really help us with YouTube. So if you wish for more content like this or have any suggestions, send me a comment in the video below. Until next time, take care. Very Hawley.